Well, if you watch my videos, you will know this is not my house because I do not have anything remotely like this. But it is my papa's 95th birthday today. And I got him some orchids from Palmer Orchids to put on his trees. So where to put the tag for this one? This is what this one is, a Paul Storm. It is what used to be called Schimbergia, but now it's... You guys are going to make me say it? Should I try to say it? I'll try to say it. Myrmecophilia or something. I like Schimbergia better. It's easier. But anyway, Paul Storm, a Den Norma Jackson Discolor Cross. They have one of these already, but the color, let's move this into the sun. The color on this one is awesome. Really dark purple. And then we'll go out there and I'll show you. And I'm going to bring you guys along for how I mount these. So they were all in pots, just the classic nursery pots. This one I had to beat up a little bit, but it'll be fine. See all those new growths? And then, in theory, you shouldn't do stuff in spike, but they're not going to take good care of them if they're not on a tree, so that's what we're going to do. And then, see, I've already mounted a lot of different stuff as an experiment for them. Alright, so I had big ambitions and big plans for this video, and stuff didn't quite go according to plan. I'm going to give you a brief little story, set you up, and then it's going to be a quick little video of mounting one of the orchids. Originally the plan was to show you me mounting all of the orchids, but here's what happened. So the day was all planned. I have 2 young kids, so you plan stuff around nap times. So we went to the pool, tired out the boys, we thought, and we're like, okay, great, they're going to take a nap. So they'll take a nap, and then I will go attach the orchids for my papa's 95th birthday, which I picked out the orchids, and then my Nana, which is his wife, paid for the orchids, and then I contributed a little. Because he likes going on the lanai and looking at the orchids. He used to be a gardener back where we were from in Pennsylvania, so he's always liked plants. He likes watering them and keeping an eye on them. It's really cute. Anyway, sidetracking a little. But yeah, the kids did not nap. So I quickly tried to mount some of the orchids and film. My mom is normally who watches my kids when I'm not there. She was filming me, so what ended up happening was just total chaos inside. My boys are very well behaved, but they are toddlers, so it's just the age, and they're close together, so they feed off each other, not always in the best way. And what was ending up happening, at one point we were eating, and my oldest son decided to bang his head into the counter. He was fine, by the way. Still have no idea how he did that. I think he was trying to get down, and he's sitting on a bar stool, and he just hits his head on the counter. So that was one fiasco. No blood or anything, so that was fine. But yeah, so I go outside. It's like 100, literally. It's temperature of 90 something, field temperature of 100 and something. This was back in July, I think July 22nd-ish. And yeah, so I'm out here trying to mount some orchids, and my husband and my kids are banging on my grandparents' slider, basically saying, please come back, please come back. So I rushed through the one thing, and for some reason I forgot I wasn't mounting a Phalaenopsis. Because one of the things I do is I'll mount Phalaenopsises and the Den Nobili types. I'll mount them upside down. And that's mostly what I've been mounting lately, so I just went into default mode, and yeah. So I mounted it upside down originally, and I'm like, what am I doing? So my mom went back in, and I could focus a little bit more, so then I just mounted everything pretty quick. I fixed the one. Most of the information's still good, and there's really no true wrong way to mount an orchid. I mean, there's still some wrong ways to mount an orchid, but overall, it's nature. It will take over. But yeah, so that's a little backstory about what was going on. Um, yeah, little crazy. Anyway, hope you enjoy. And at the end, I went back a little later just to do a little update because I forgot to take finished video. Um, but yeah, everything's doing pretty well. My grandparents don't water enough and we haven't gotten the rain, but everything should be fine. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. See you at the end of the video. So see, here's some stuff I mounted. This is just a typical Phalaenopsis, just as an experiment, but look at the root grab. And then, see, this is the other Dendrobium Norma Jackson I was talking about. See how the color is a little different? This one needs a little bit of assistance. I might try to tie it up a little better. And then, look at the roots on this. Just going all over the place. Those are some happy roots. And this is another Paul Storm. So the other Paul Storm I got, I'm probably gonna put right about here. If I can reach, we'll see how vertically challenged I am. And then have some other stuff here. And then, let's see. This grabbed on pretty nicely. This is a Nodosa cross of some kind. But yeah, so we'll see how this works. Yeah. And then it's a little beat up, but it does bloom here. See, look at all the roots. It was a free white Phalaenopsis. This one was free, and so was that one. Can't beat free. Alright, so subject number 1, the Paul Storm. Very pretty little flower. This is basically in Florida. You can put it on a tree and it will take over, and that's what we want. We're going to put it upside down just so I don't have to fight it grabbing the whole time, and then it will right itself as it grows. There are many different ways to attach an orchid. We're going to use zip ties today. So pro tip, put the ID on the zip tag, or the zip tie. That way, when you tie the orchid, you have the ID. Alright, she has bougainvilleas here. I'm trying not to stab myself. Oh, and then one thing to look for is you want to look for where the new growth is going to come next. So see that little new growth there? Yeah, let's try it this way. So the new growth is going to have the newest roots. You want the newest roots counterproductive, but you want it against the bark. The newer roots are what's going to grab and establish it faster. But with this, you can kind of see it's growing all over, so it should be, no matter which way we put it, it's going to grab pretty quick. But we're going to do this right here. And then I might have to get a bigger zip tie, we'll see. The other good thing to do is to get zip ties that are really long. That way you don't have to do what I do, which is chain them. If you chain them, they're a little weaker. Okay, this deserves filming. I've stabbed myself with the super long bougainvillea stem that needs trimmed. Oh. Alright, bear with me. Stay. Alrighty. This should do it now. There we go. Now. Okay, we're just gonna get cut for Orchid's sake. Ow! Okay, that hurts a little. Might be getting bit by ants now too. The things I do for my 95-year-old grandpa. Alright. Now we're just gonna tighten it. Make sure you like where it is before you decide. I want a little higher. Okay. You're gonna tighten it, and I might do one more zip tie around it loosely here just to give it some extra stability. Okay, that's pretty good. Ow! Okay, so I changed my mind with how I mounted this one. It makes more sense to do it this way. See, now it's gonna crawl better. And I'm not worried about these, they'll attach themselves if they want. But see, I put it through pretty much the center and then just kind of ripped up some of the roots at the bottom. So now I have this loose thing, but that's fine. Here's a little update with everything attached. This is taking about 2 weeks or so later. All right, so that's all I got for right now, and just keep growing. Bye.